Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here. Very warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. And it's fantastic to have all of you over here on Zoom platform and people who are there on YouTube. Very warm welcome to every one of you. And I'm doing fantastic. Narendra, Chintu, great to have you. Bhushan, Vidyut, all of you are mentees. Akshata, very good evening. It's fantastic to have everyone here on this platform. So अभी देखेंगे हम निफ्टी के बारे में, लेकिन बहुत कुछ इस वीक में नहीं हुआ है. निफ्टी इफ यू लुक एट इट, इट हैज बीन बैडली स्टक इन अ रेंज. जब ऊपर जाता है तो लग रहा था कि यार ये ब्रेकआउट देगा. जब नीचे गया 17570 के नीचे तो आज ऐसा लगा कि शायद ब्रेक डाउन देगा, क्योंकि बहुत टाइम के बाद आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम निफ्टी ब्रोक बिलो दैट 17570 लेवल. But there was a time cycle which was due around 1 p.m., 1:15 p.m., which I have mentioned in the morning, that the second half will be for buying and closing hour will be important. And market did bounce back exactly from around 1 p.m. and went up. So आज का जो मूव था वो बहुत ट्रिकी था कि यार अगर 17570 it is breaking, then possibly we might see a downside move. But time is turning up, so how is it going to behave? So it was a tricky bet, I would say. And overall, when the cycle kicked in, it went exceptionally well. Vishnu Biswal is saying time cycle was absolutely amazing. So people who have been following time cycle had been prepared that there is a possibility of a false break. So I was also expecting कि यार 570 by the way अगर break हुआ है तो maybe we might see some selling pressure. But then when it reversed back about that 17600 610 level, I thought no, this was a false break, and the cycle worked out precisely as expected. Also yesterday was a lunar cycle of Amavasya, and I was expecting a breakout to happen today because of the shorter term cycle which I am using, plus 55-day cycle low was formed on 19th of April, plus a lunar cycle which was there on 20th of April. So lag raha hai ki overall jo tone hai market ka undertone is looking bullish. So I'm expecting a possible positive breakout from here. That is my mood, but I am waiting for price confirmation. बिकॉज भाव भगवान छे और प्राइस के बिना, कंफर्मेशन के बिना आप ट्रेड अगर करेंगे तो पैसा बनाना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. सो इन दिस काइंड ऑफ अ मार्केट usually how I do is I bet on selling options and carrying that position. But the problem is selling options and carrying that position is also not going to make money. Can someone tell me why it's not going to make money if you are selling and carrying the option? Because the volatility VIX index is low. It is below 12. It is so low कि यार 50 पॉइंट के मूवमेंट में भी ऑप्शन का प्राइस अगर 30 रुपीज है तो वो 45-50 हो जाता है. सो it's a very tricky market. In this kind of a market, there is one strategy that I think will work well, is to create some kind of a spread, or we can say as a ratio spread. हमने ये किया था last weekend पे option trading using technical analysis class में. It was fantastic. Loved addressing all of the participants there, and it was simply phenomenal. ये वीक में मैं कोई वीडियो नहीं बना पाया because I was little down on the Mumbai heat. So I was not able to produce any videos. Otherwise वो वीडियो मैं एक और बनाता था for the participants of OTTA. लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, करेंगे आगे भी. तो आने वाले वीक में आपको क्या लग रहा है मार्केट का क्या ट्रेंड होगा? आई एम टेकिंग अ वेरी क्विक पोल फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू गाइज. Please participate in the poll, and people who are there on YouTube, if you want to participate with me in this poll, you are invited on the Zoom platform. So ensure you are here with me on the Zoom platform so that you can participate in all of these polling that is happening around here. So यहाँ पर मैंने लिंक शेयर किए. Please join me. अमित लाड, अभी भट्ट, great to see you. Want to learn Elliott wave? हमारा Elliott wave का एक सेशन होने वाला है, उसके बारे में बाद में बात करूंगा. You can possibly look forward for that. So देखते हैं पोल में क्या रहा है. Wow, that's a very very interesting poll. I think मैंने शायद व्यू पहले शेयर करके पोल लिया तो व्यू is getting biased. I'm not sure. लेकिन चलिए पोल में एंड कर रहा हूं क्विकली. If everyone has participated, ensure guys you are participating right now in the poll. And it's always fantastic to be here on Friday at 4. I really love talking to you, all of you. आई एम श्योर आप लोगों को भी बहुत अच्छा लगता होगा अगर ऐसे वीडियोस हम बनाते हैं विच इज फोकसिंग ऑन advanced technical part, how to trade the market and stuff like that. So I'm ending the poll now. यहाँ पर very interestingly I can see 72% of the people are bullish. That's very, very interesting, and 28% is expecting a down move by the next week. This is market is stuck in a range, friends, and still we have a very high 72% people expecting market to go up. That's not a small number, and that is suggesting bullishness for the coming week. And majority of the people on this poll on Friday are always right. Majority of the time, always to wrong word ho jayega. Probability is the right word that I will say. Reliance result will not drive the market. I think Reliance will not drive it. ICICI Bank can drive it. The reason being, Reliance usually is a Reliance result के बाद में the movement Reliance पे होता है तो Infosys उल्टा करता है. That's how it has been. So for example, if Reliance goes down, Infosys goes up and it offsets the impact. So Reliance usually is an uneventful event for me. So it's not going to drive the market. That is for sure. What can drive the market is ICICI Bank. But देखते हैं chart के ऊपर what is the overall index suggesting. So are you in for this some charting experience? We are now going to drill down. जो मैं अभी share करने वाला हूँ is Neo Wave, not Elliott Wave. I'm going to drill down Neo Wave very, very specifically, looking at what is the pattern forming, what is the alternate scenario looking like, and why I am bullish. Okay, why I am still bullish. Short term ke liye nahi, overall positionally, intraday I can be bearish, I can be bullish. So try and understand the time frame I am talking about. So let me now go back on the chart and explain you. Very warm welcome, Deepak, to you as well. And chaliye bahut hi quickly, let me share across my chart. And here is the chart. Are you able to see the chart and the screen here, every one of you? Preetham, I'm doing fantastic. Anunay, great to see you also here. Nifty forming bearish engulfing या क्या कर रहा है? Simple way से शुरू करते हैं दोस्तों. Let us go back to basics. Okay, I'm going to hide everything on the chart. सब चीज hide करते, खाली price को देखते और समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि क्या यहाँ पर हो रहा है. नितेश, गुड टू सी यू ऑल्सो हियर. यहाँ पर अगर हम देखेंगे डेली टाइम फ्रेम चार्ट पे, ओके, एंड यहाँ पर डेली के बदले पहले चलते हैं वीकली टाइम फ्रेम या मंथली कैंडल भी देखते हैं दोस्तों. आज लेट अस ट्राई एंड सी द मंथली कैंडल. शैल वी लुक एट इट? गाइस, आर यू हियर? आई वांट सम इंटरेक्शन. पीपल ऑन द YouTube, if you are not able to chat, subscribe to the channel तो आप chat कर पाओगे. Ayushi, great to see you here. Monthly time frame पे, if you look at the overall market movement, this month candle is about to break the high of the prior candle. लेकिन prior month का high है 17,800. आज है 21st of April. By the end of this month, if Nifty closes above the level of 17,800, that will be the first sign that market is reversing on a monthly time frame. That's one thing. अभी confirmation हुआ नहीं है. If I look at the weekly time frame, if I'm checking the weekly time frame, if you are looking at the weekly time frame, we are still on the bullish side. Okay. यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, यहाँ पर एक outside candle बना है. But tell me guys, will this candle change the trend? Have you guys attended my webinars on the 3 candlestick rules? If not, then I'm going to be there live again on Sunday explaining you that concept of 3 candlestick rule. Subhash, Deepak, those 3 rules: high above prior high, low above prior low, and close above prior. So that's the rule, right? 3 candlestick rules that we do. That's the basic thing. So यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे कि निफ्टी हैज फॉर्म्ड एन बेरिश एंगल्फिंग पैटर्न, लेकिन ये बेरिश नहीं है बिकॉज यहाँ पे क्लोज प्रीवियस लो के नीचे नहीं हुआ. दैट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग साइन. प्रीवियस वीक का लो था 17,597.95 और यहाँ का जो क्लोज है वो 17,624 है. तो निफ्टी ने क्लोज नहीं किया प्रीवियस लो के नीचे. ट्रेंड हैज नॉट चेंज्ड ऑन द डाउन साइड. Now let's come on the daily time frame. If I look at the daily time frame, the trend is on the downside. So हो गया conflicting signal. Now, when will the weekly and daily will synchronize? दोनों candles synchronize कब होगा? या तो weekly bearish हो जाए जिसके लिए एक हफ्ता रुकना पड़ेगा, या तो डेली बुलिश हो जाए जिसके लिए एक दिन रुकना पड़ेगा. तो मैं तो चाहता हूं यार डेली बुलिश हो, so that at least I can then trade much better. Okay, so which means आज का जो हाई है 17,664. You know, a level which I mentioned is earlier also, this level is going to be important. So if Nifty manages to close above this level on Monday, we can be bullish over short term. That is how I am looking at the market as of now. This is on the purely basis of candlestick technique. Nothing, no, subjectivity here. प्योर कैंडलस्टिक के बेसिस पे हम बात कर रहे हैं. अभी यहां पर मैं एक बनाता हूं ट्रेंड लाइन. इफ आई कनेक्ट दिस ट्रेंड लाइन फ्रॉम द टॉप, चलिए बॉलिंगर बैंड्स भी आ गया. सो दिस इज वेयर वी स्टैंड. सो इट्स अ फैंटास्टिक वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट. सो निफ्टी ट्रेडिंग यूजिंग बॉलिंगर बैंड्स along with trend line is the most powerful way to see the markets. Is it clear, every one of you? Do you agree with me? This is the most powerful way to see the market, is to draw a simple trend line and look at it. और यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे, for the we are also going to look at Elliott wave, Neo wave counts. So यहाँ पर अगर हम देखेंगे, so support market ने exactly इस trend line पे लिया. Now there is a, जहां पर ये लो था 17,060 where we turned super bullish, and 17,750 के आसपास जब ये लेवल ब्रेक हुआ आई टर्न्ड बेरिश की. यार यहाँ पर जो पैसा बनाना था यहाँ बुक करो, and now keep looking at the chart for the correction, and exactly that is what is happening. Now we will go on a 1 hour chart. I'm going to tell you something so phenomenal on 1 hour chart. It is very, very interesting. Looking at Bollinger Bands, look at this 1 hour chart right now. And overall, if you look at this chart, this was the breakout candle. Okay. On the downside, this was the breakout candle on the downside. And the next candle did not break the low. लग रहा था ब्रेक होगा, लेकिन नेक्स्ट कैंडल डिड नॉट ब्रेक द लो, रिवर्स बैक ऑन द अपसाइड. ये पूरे के पूरे डाउन ट्रेंड में इफ यू चेक गाइस, नॉट अ सिंगल टाइम निफ्टी आवरली कैंडल हैज क्लोज्ड अबाउट द प्रायर कैंडल, अबाउट द मिड बैंड हाई. तो मिड बैंड के ऊपर क्लोज आज पहला कैंडल था जो मिड बैंड के ऊपर जाके बंद हुआ है. आर यू विथ मी गाइस? आर यू गेटिंग इट? So not a single candle, if you're looking at it, has actually closed above the mid band. So many attempts have happened in the past, it has not closed. So this was one of the reasons why I started selling put options little far away, not trying to, make a lot of money, but trying to be taking those ones and twos when there is opportunity, because price confirmation. Now, since it has closed above the mid band, I'm little tilted towards bullishness and my time is suggesting bullishness. So now I want to buy. So whether I was bearish here, yes, I was bearish. I was seeing कि यार टाइम आ रहा है, 1 बजने वाला है, लेकिन मार्केट नीचे ब्रेक दे रहा है. यार ये कुछ गड़बड़ है. होता है ना कभी कभी कि यार कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग साइन था, मतलब नीचे ब्रेक भी दे रहा है और रिवर्स भी होना चाहिए, मतलब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है. बट क्या करें, ट्रेड लेना पड़ेगा क्योंकि यार ये लेवल भी ब्रेक हो रहा है. बहुत टाइम के बाद में वो लेवल प्रोटेक्टेड था, वो ब्रेक हो रहा है 570 का, जो प्रीवियस इन्फोसिस वाले इवेंट पे जो कैंडल बनी थी. सो लग रहा था, लेकिन रिवर्स हो गया. नाउ द व्यू लुक्स टू बी मोर ऑन द बुल साइड, बुलिश साइड. बट नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू लुक एट इज फ्रॉम द वेव पर्सपेक्टिव, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. लेट्स लुक एट दैट. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू फ्रॉम अ वेरी क्लियर पर्सपेक्टिव कि क्या लग रहा है. लेकिन साथ ही में एक और चीज करते, मेरे यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी एक चार्ट बनाया हुआ है वेबसाइट पे wavestrategy.com पे, एक आर्टिकल है. लेट मी जस्ट शेयर दैट अक्रॉस विथ यू ऑल. लेट मी जस्ट शेयर माय स्क्रीन. वहां पर ऑलरेडी काउंट्स है, देन विल ड्रिल डाउन टू अ स्मॉलर काउंट. सो wavestrategy.com, यहाँ पर एक आर्टिकल सेक्शन है. ओके, On this, if you go and check here, I'm going to just share this article with you. Is the big trend starting on the upside? And here are the neo wave counts which I have already done. This is the medium term count, and I'll ask my team to share across the link of this article so that everyone can later also go through this one. Are you guys able to see it? Okay. Now, if you are looking at this, the overall movement on this level was wave A. That is what we can see. This is B complete, possibly because यहाँ पर एक trend line और channel break हो गया. This is my 55 days का time which is now due to form, and ये पूरा time zone है. So I'm not going to discuss much detail in this one. But Mentis, tomorrow we have a class at morning 10 a.m. We will deep dive into these aspects very clearly. Now that we have done option trading, we will be deep diving into every aspect of this. So ensure you guys don't miss tomorrow's morning session, which we are going to have. So यहाँ पर 55 days का cycle low बनने के बाद में we are expecting, and daily KST indicator is turning bullish. Daily is too big to take a call, but ठीक है, overall view बन रहा है थोड़ा सा. So that is what I am looking at it. So as per this, we are completed wave A. We are in wave C as of now. That is what is looking like. I have marked an alternate label also. Alternate is that this fall was only wave A. We might be in B and we might have a C down. Alternate possibility रखना चाहिए, because you know the lower possible scenario when it happens, you shouldn't be shocked कि ऐसे कैसे हो गया. तो lower possible scenario यहाँ पर मैंने रखा हुआ है. So यहाँ पर this is what is looking like. Raghav, tomorrow's morning class is for mentees. So that is for the mentorship program participants. यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे, the overall movement on the upside looks a diametric pattern, and this is just wave one. Okay, this is wave one of a terminal impulse corrective pattern. Are you with me, guys? To make it very simple, okay, shall I make it simple to you? Let me show you a flat correction. होता क्या है? Flat correction, we go up, then we come down in 3 ways, and then we go up in 5 ways. That's a flat corrective pattern with a A, B, and C. Right now, if you are looking at it, we might be standing at this point. We might be at this point. But this is looking like a terminal, so this is going to overlap with 1. That is how it is looking like. So let me go on the chart now and explain it to you again कि कहां पर है हम और कहां तक जाने की possibility है. Let's go on the live chart. यहाँ पे आपको article मिल जाएगा. So if I go on this chart, and shall I explain it to you from the bigger degree perspective? Yeah, it's okay for me to just talk about the smaller pattern. So if you're looking at this chart, where do we stand? Weekly? Okay, fantastic. So let me explain on the weekly perspective. This was wave A, which got completed, possibly a little lower here. This can be wave B here, that is complete. And we can be in a form of wave C, which is going to go on the upside. And this is just wave 1 of C, and we are in wave 2, which is still forming. Wave 2 अभी तक बन रहा है दोस्तों, wave 2 complete नहीं हुआ. From here we saw wave A up. We saw all the time pass happening on the downside. So much of news coming in, so much of bearishness. इतना कुछ हो गया ये पूरे डाउन मूव में. यूएस की बैंक्स का इशू हो गया, बहुत सारे रेट हाइक हो गए, बट फिर भी ये वाला लो मार्केट ने नहीं निकाला. So we completed B here. Now in the C leg, the first leg looks corrective. इसका मतलब ये बन गया टर्मिनल का 1. We are in right now wave 2 जो बन रहा है flat correction का. We might have third, then we will have fourth, and then we will have fifth. That is how it is looking like. This is how the prices can behave. This is pure neo wave perspective I'm talking. Elliott के बारे में मैं संडे को बात करूंगा. अगर आप लोग अटेंड करना चाहते, you can be a part of my Elliott wave session on Sunday. And यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे, यहाँ पर there is going to be, we are right now standing at this juncture. That's how I am seeing it. So फिलहाल हम इधर है और कंफर्मेशन हमें मिलेगा मंडे को. या तो आप एंटिसिपेट करो डायरेक्टली गैप के लिए या आप वेट करो, अप टू यू. कैन वेव टू रिट्रेस फर्दर? यस. डू वी हैव अ प्राइस कंफर्मेशन? नो. इज द टाइम इन सिंक? एब्सोल्युटली यस. Time is on the buy side. Lunar cycle is suggesting a pause. 55 days is suggesting a pause. But price, Bhav Bhagwan che, is still waiting. So we are waiting to take an aggressive stand. Are we not going to take a non-aggressive stand? Yes. How do we take a non-aggressive stand? By buying this market in way of selling option. But since the VIX is low, we can't be very aggressive even on that front. So what do? We create credit spreads. उसके बारे में कल मैं बात करूंगा डिटेल में. अभी फिलहाल मैं आपको खाली ये बता रहा हूं कि ये व्यू है और आप यहाँ पर basis of this view take a trade. So this is what the GPS of the market is suggesting, and this is as per the neo wave perspective. So what is the GPS of the market suggesting? Which we say as Elliott wave and neo wave में क्या difference है? बहुत जन पूछते भी है और अभी भी पूछ रहे हैं. Let me explain it to you. But right now the neo wave is acting as GPS of market, is suggesting a possible positive breakout above 17,670 level confirmation. Why is that so? Why do you think 670 के ऊपर? Because we will have the daily candle closing, plus there is short term pattern also. So यहाँ पर अगर मैं देखूं बहुत क्लियरली आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि हम अभी फिलहाल इधर है. ठीक है, इसका मैं स्नैपशॉट भी लेके रखता हूं सो दैट लेटर वी कैन सी कि ये जीपीएस के हिसाब से मूव हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है. देखेंगे इसको भी, लेकिन फिलहाल हम अभी इधर इस लेवल पे है. आर यू विथ मी एवरी वन ऑफ यू? ठीक है, नाउ वी विल बी गोइंग ऑन द smaller time frame chart to time this market. Okay, so I'm going to go on a 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart पे चलते हैं and फिलहाल हम देखते हैं. Let me just remove this one and let us just try and see where do we stand as per the current structure of Nifty. So this fall looks to be wave A with me. This was wave B ऐसा लग रहा है. This was 1, 2, this can be third, this would have been fourth, this is possibly fifth. ऐसा लग रहा है. The confirmation of this will happen once we see break above this level and also break above this level. So confirmation level कौन सा मिल गया मुझे? 17,680 लिख लेते हैं हम. Okay, and let me just mention it here. थोड़ा सा लीवे दे देंगे हम. Let us look at the levels and let us just try and understand कि कौन से लेवल के ऊपर हमें ब्रेकआउट मिल रहा है. So the high here is 17,663.20, 664 हो गया, and this level is 17,685. तो 670 के आसपास ब्रेकआउट कंफर्मेशन हमें मिल सकता है. मैं एवरेज ले रहा हूं जस्ट फॉर सिंप्लिसिटी. सो 17,670 के ऊपर, जस्ट इन केस निफ्टी ब्रेक्स डाउन बिलो दिस लेवल, then there is further extension and दूसरी possibility open हो जाती. Is that still probable? Yes. Probable मतलब होता है कि उसके होने के chances अभी भी 30-40% है, क्योंकि अभी तक एक भी बार confirmation नहीं मिला हमें daily time frame पे. But looking at the overall structure, looks like we might have a breakout on the upside. So I'm going to keep a close watch on this pattern. If this pattern breaks, then I will say yes, ऊपर का ट्रेंड रिवर्स हुआ. ये कैच करने के लिए now I am going to be also applying a technique of Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, Ichimoku Cloud अगर मैं यहाँ पर अप्लाई करता हूँ इंडिकेटर पे, so we will see something very very interesting. And people who are following time cycle, 55 days का FLD ऊपर ब्रेक हो चुका है, जिसका टारगेट बहुत एग्रेसिवली है पॉजिटिव. So that is as per time cycle. Anyone following FLD time cycle? Vishal, great to see you also here. Sunil, yes, exactly. So I have sync with that level. Can it be a triangle pattern? Yes, लेकिन आज का जो break हो गया, so it can't be triangle. Ayushi, you remember the FA? I think you have tweeted also so about the possibility of a FLD breakout, right? Okay. So I'm not getting into time right now. I'm just explaining the price action on this chart. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है दोस्तों, ये इचिमोको क्लाउड के बारे में हमने लास्ट सैटरडे संडे बहुत डिटेल में किया था. आर देयर OTTA and Minties here? OTTA was option trading program. And Minties, are you guys here? Do you remember about what I told over the weekend on the Ichimoku Cloud? Can you see the beauty of that? Not a single time it has formed higher high, higher low above the cloud. Can you see that? How precisely it works? है ना, अमेजिंग. ऐसे साइडवेज मार्केट में भी 15 मिनट्स का क्लाउड एक भी बार पॉजिटिव ब्रेक नहीं किया ऑन दी अपसाइड. सो दैट्स हाउ द एंटायर ट्रेंड हैड बीन. एंड बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पैटर्न कौन सा बना है? एवरी टाइम वी गोस डाउन, देन फाइनली इन क्लोजिंग गोज अप, comes down, then goes up, comes down, then goes up, comes down, and then goes up. That's what it is doing every time. Every time that's what it is doing. Comes down and then goes up again in the final 30 minutes. बहुत similar pattern है. ये break होना चाहिए मंडे को gap के साथ. That is what I am expecting. कि with gap it will break. And if Ichimoku breaks with a gap, you have a trade setup. You guys remember that? अगर gap के साथ निकल गया तो trade setup मिलेगा हमें. So basis of Monday opening hour is very crucial. Opening hour से ज़्यादा important. First 15 minutes chart भी है. So now many people have been asking about difference between Elliott wave and Neo wave. So let me explain for them. See, Elliott wave, R.N. Elliott developed in 1930s, came out with 3 rules for impulse pattern and a few patterns. Glenn Neely came out with more rules to make Elliott wave more objective, more realistic from the current perspective, and more patterns. So rules ज़्यादा कैसे हो गए कि time wise कितना होना चाहिए. So he put the time rule. He put the rule, very stringent rule, so that आप बहुत clear रहो कि ये इस तरीके से ही काम करेगा. And then basis of that, he came out with his own patterns also, like diametric pattern, extracting triangle patterns, and then a few other patterns. And it's working fabulous, you know. So it's very, very important that you understand. So the difference between Elliott and Neo is both are Elliott waves, but the major difference is in the rules that you apply in Neo wave then compared to Elliott. And it's more objective, it's more clear at times, and it gives you classic trade setups. Not always, but when it gives you a phenomenal trade setup. So वो होता है Neo wave के basis पे. We club with time so that we can anticipate and enter a little early, or we can get a much better risk reward. ये सब चीजों के कारण हम time cycle के साथ इसे club करते हैं. So I will get back to you more on these things on Elliott wave and time को कैसे club करना है on the Sunday webinar. So if you are free on Sunday morning, I'm going to be talking about these aspect of time plus Elliott wave. Do you want to be with me on time and Elliott wave on a Sunday webinar? Then you can register on the link shared by my colleague. Are you guys going to be there? Tell me with a big yes, or you're not going to be there. So Sunday 11 बजे होगा, 2 घंटे का webinar है, exclusively free webinar है Sunday को, and ensure you are there on time, before time, 10 minutes before time, because we go houseful. So बाद में entry नहीं कर पाओगे आप. So we go houseful. So ensure that you are there on the time. Fantastic. So I'm going to explain you some basics of Elliott wave over there. Fantastic. I can see so many of you are registered. For tomorrow's session, Ayushi, for the mentorship program, it's at 10 a.m. The mentorship is having in the morning at 10 a.m. So that's going to be there. Okay, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. अभी हम देखते हैं निफ्टी के hourly time frame पे what is the overall cloud suggesting on an hourly time frame. ठीक है, now we will look at the Nifty hourly time frame, and यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे we are just around this zone of hourly time frame, and if we manage to cross that 17,700 720 levels, then we will break out even on an hourly time frame. Guys, I am telling you, if this breaks out now above that level and sustains there, we might have a classic opportunity for again going longs. So people who missed the bus here might have opportunity if that happens. That's a question mark. और देखेंगे क्या होता है मंडे को opening hour में, and keep following my Twitter handle because I'm going to be tweeting about this in a much detailed fashion throughout the day. क्या लग रहा है मुझे, views and everything. Great guys. So I thought that's my view on Nifty index. Looking like it's going to break out. The pattern I have talked about. We are in wave 2. We are at the support of the cloud. Once we get a confirmation about 7680, 7720, we get a classic trade setup opportunity for going longs, and we are going to do that. Okay. There is one more thing I want to tell about. Many are asking for how do they want to learn about Elliott wave or Neo wave. So guys, we have a training program, Master of Waves session, which is going to happen on 6th and 7th of May, which is on Saturday and Sunday. Master of Waves session होगा जिसमें हम Neo wave 2 days में करने वाले. Yes, it will be covering time cycle also to the some extent, लेकिन मेन फोकस हमारा वेव थियरी पे होगा. साथ में टाइम को भी क्लब करेंगे हम. लेकिन एक चीज ध्यान रखनी है, उसके पहले आपको Elliott wave का मैं वीडियो लिंक्स दूंगा, which you can go through and understand Elliott wave in basics, and then we will have those live sessions. FLD अभी फिलहाल मैं नहीं बता रहा हूँ अमित. I'll tweet it across for you, the concept of FLD. I don't want to confuse people, so I'll tweet that across. Not Amit, I think RKM, Mr. Maheshwari. I'll do that. And एक और चीज जो हमारा सेशन है 6th-7th May को, it's going to be fantastic. And we are going to ensure there is a pre-session video which you will get. There is going to be, I'm going to share across these recordings also with you all later on. And then you will have a post session also on the Master of Waves. बहुत सारी चीजें करेंगे. You will get Elliott wave video links before that. So before the 2 days of event, which is going to happen on the weekend, we are going to be looking at all of those things. And you can register under the early bird. The link will be shared by my colleague for that program under early bird offer. You can register. And I'm also taking a very quick poll. If you want to be a part of this wonderful program and be a part of the option trading, हमारा हो चुका है. अगर आपको उसका recordings, if you want to be a BMW, then you will get the recordings of that, or you can be a part of that. I'm open for questions. There are questions with respect to, let me just check. Sir, what is two-stage confirmation on? Okay, two-stage confirmation on Nifty. So let me explain two-stage confirmation technique होता क्या है Neo wave के हिसाब से. In time cycles in depth Master of Waves में नहीं है. Master of Waves time cycle हम देखेंगे, लेकिन मेन हमारा intention wave theory सीखना है. For time cycle is right now available only to the mentees, so it's not for anyone else. The Master of Cycles program. Okay, so what was the question? I just forgot. Okay, so the question was two-stage confirmation. Two-stage confirmation क्या होता है? Two-stage confirmation का मतलब होता है कि once we see a faster retracement of the last falling segment. So if I am checking on a 15-minute chart, let me hide across everything else here. And if I'm checking on a 15-minute chart, the last falling segment is what? From this point onwards until this point is the last falling segment. Do you agree with me, everyone? Do you agree with me? That's the last falling segment. Once I see a faster retracement above this level, तो इसने कितना कैंडल लगाया है? We have to count. If I see a faster retracement, it will indicate that the low is formed for sure with very high possibility, and that will help us to get in right at this point of time, but with a stop loss. Guys, this is not foolproof. होता क्या है, मैं बुलिश बात करता हूँ, लोग लॉन्ग्स क्रिएट कर लेते हैं पहले ही, बिना स्टॉप लॉस लगाए, फिर नुकसान होता है तो बोलते हैं मेरे कारण हुआ. So please take responsibility of your actions. I'm just trying to teach you. This is purely from learning perspective and explaining you all of these things. So that two-stage confirmation hota hai. I'm not getting much detail into this because basically you have to understand the complete science of trading, which I'm going to do that later on. So chaliye dosto, aaj ke liye itna hi. I am sure you might have loved about what I talked about NeoWave? If yes, then people, please give me a big thumbs up. People on YouTube, ensure you are leaving comments and you are subscribing to channel, liking the video, sharing it across so that I know you loved the video. I'll keep producing this kind of Friday at 4. More in-depth wave theory is what I'm trying to focus on Friday webinars, if that helps you guys. Okay, so that's what from my end. And thank you very much for the big thumbs up, every one of you. And I'm signing off. देखते हैं क्या होता है Monday की opening hour candle. Keep following on the Twitter. Do not forget to download my app, Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. And I will be seeing you on a on a Sunday at 11 a.m. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day. Become a wonderful trader.